Despite what you've been told, the world is still bright and beautiful, still brimming with magic, ready to unfold if you breathe deeply into the in-between, beyond the fragmenting edges of the reality we've been sold, is still a world alive with miracles, despite what you've been told. The sky is still intact, and the sun still beckons to behold how everything it touches spins into gold. Don't forget, oh don't forget, the truth your heart knows yet. Despite what you've been told, today is as unknown as it ever has been, your future no more untold, your life no more fragile than the day you arrived, emerging, quivering, and cold, into a late-stage free enterprise game haphazardly enrolled, one step closer every day to a forefather's dream foretold. Despite what you've been told, death is no closer to your door than on that dawn that came before, when the towers came tumbling down and they televised the horror over and over and over, until it was emblazoned behind our eyelids, and all we knew was unseen terror, lurking behind every stranger's stare. Never forget, no, let's never forget how they sold us the cure. Despite what you've been told, your fellow human is no more your enemy, then your Savior is a government entity, then your salvation lies in a narrative sold from a pulpit. Deliver us from evil, mouthpieces openly bankrolled. It's your blood they have been trading for gold, for pocket change you'll never behold. They who have sacrificed 1,000,000-fold, black and brown bodies quietly cold, centuries of crime incurred, dutifully, valiantly, weeding the herd. It's not your fault you were not told the price of protection would cost us our soul. Despite what you've been told, power is not in the hands of the few, but of the great many who have had enough and who are now ready to remember the way. Despite what you've been told, we are the powers that be, the weavers. We are the diviners and the believers, the playwrights, orchestrators, artists, and dreamers, and for 5,000 years of history repeaters, familiar stages and new character formation, the drama of our collective gestation in this push-pull, grasping for and stumbling from the truth. We're coming undone. Despite what you've been told, death is no closer to your door than on the day you forgot what we were fighting for, when you saw how dissent is curated and controlled to construct a wall between every household, each canary met with gag and blindfold. How do you bring a nation to its knees? Teach the masses to self-patrol until there is no one left to speak. Make them choose between safety and bread, and they won't recognize the poison they're fed, and like wolves they will turn and tear each other to shreds. Because they know, if we talk, if we gather, we would find less to hate, but rather our collective love and grief, the common threads of our humanity, the rawness of our shared fragility, grappling with the crescendo of our futility in the face of unprecedented change. Stop and listen to the truth our hearts know. We are not the caricatures they have made of us. We are not the ones they call treasonous. We will not be labeled biohazardous. We are human beings with lungs that breathe, with blood that bleeds, with babies to feed. Maybe if our masks and labels fell, and we could learn to hear each other well, we would shake off this tribal spell and tend the deep rising groundswell. We know how to care for one another. We are the only ones who ever have. Despite what you've been told, this ground you walk upon is wholly seated. Standing naked upon the threshold, without so much as a hand to hold, we will be doomed or resurrected, consumed or rise connected, distilled and reborn in our living rooms alone. The moment will come, we will have to choose, to succumb or emerge anew. Despite what we've been told, the world is still bright and beautiful. The world is alive with miracles. There are more possibilities than ever before if we are ready to leave the fable and lore and this two-headed monster bred to feed war, and remember, the world is still bright and beautiful right outside your door. We know how to care for each other. We've done it before. This is what we were made for.